Mic on.
Elizabeth Costa Rogers.
Doing tonight? Hello, Miss Brenda. I need to turn this thing down. It's a little bit loud. And there's another thing I need to adjust. Oh, goodness. I see the names popping up on the screen, and it looks like I need to adjust it a little bit so it looks better. I will hopefully get that done before the next one because, of course, as always, I wind up with all the things I want to do all the time, and I've been super busy over the last week. In case you guys didn't notice from the email that went out earlier today, yeah, that was some creepy guy saying your name because I was doing something else with OBS earlier today, and I had desktop audio turned on because I was recording something from my audio, and yeah, I forgot to mute that. That's what I hear in my ears when you guys say hello. It tells me, hey, so-and-so is saying something. So anyway, welcome on in. If you are new, my name is Debbie. I'm with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and I usually make lots and lots of cards and lots of cards videos. And on Tuesday nights, we come and kind of hang out in the chat, and I get to see what you guys are doing, and you guys get to see what I'm doing. Brenda slept good last night, which is awesome. And looks like everybody is in the chatter box, and I love having you guys here. So let me turn on live chat so I can see what's going on. I love that Elizabeth said that creepy guy. I can change the voice, I think, but I think I forgot how to do it, and that's why it has that one. But anyway, what I'm planning on for tonight, I'm kind of sort of caught up, which is good. And yeah, I've got lots of videos that I need to edit. Hello, Miss Cordelia. Welcome, honey. So I've got a lot of card videos that I need to get edited because I've got all of my stuff done for the clubs for Spellbinders, which is awesome. Hello, Miss Linda. Welcome. Sexy man's voice. Oh my God. Are you guys still hearing it? I thought I muted that part. If you're still hearing it, let me know. That is too funny. Okay. Anyhow, yeah, so I went into my stash last night because like, okay, I don't really have enough time to edit a video. So what do I have time to just kind of look at? And okay, some of the next things that are up at Spellbinders are some brand new ones. Okay, you only hear me. Awesome. Thank you. Did I freeze? It's probably just... Hey, True, how are you doing? Welcome in. If you guys don't know, True SOG True Believer is one of my buddies from over on Twitch. Thank you so much for popping in. That is super sweet of you. I appreciate that. Anyhow, the next thing that it was in my stuff to do are some new releases from Spellbinders that basically were released, I think, the 10th, which was yesterday, which means now I can play with them with you guys. And we've got a couple of stencil sets, layered stencils. So last night I was just playing with one of them. And of course the last layer was lunar paste. But this is what I made. This is just a card panel. Okay, so what my thought is, let me see, is this straight? Yeah, that's straight enough. What my thought is that I could do this on... Good morning. Hello, Miss Gloria Hafner. Welcome. I could do this design on a sublimation towel. And I'm kind of debating whether I want the whole thing or if I want to just do part of it. Because the idea that popped into my head, because of course I didn't have this in front of me, was just doing the bottom half. But, you know, I don't know that I want to do that. And I just noticed that this stuff's not up. Okay, this stuff needs to come up. Absolutely. We got to have our extra stuff on here, right? Yeah, I'm thinking that would be really cute. And then if I did a card and a towel as a set, that would be kind of cool. And we could have like a gift thing, you know, a gift with a card to go along with it. And now my face isn't up there. Well, I am going to step away from my desk for just a second anyway, because in order to do the towel, I need my sublimation stuff, don't I? And of course, I had not brought those over because until about 10 minutes ago, I was working on editing all the pages for a class that's coming up in 2 weeks. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm thinking it would be a fun little gift set. Absolutely. So I've got, I actually have two stencil sets. One of them is the Merry Christmas, and this is what it looks like. And to be honest, everything except for the red in the middle and the Simon Hurley lunar paste, yes, all of that was basically just from what was left over on some of my brushes. You know, those big brushes that I like so much, that's all that was on there. So yeah, and I did notice that apparently I probably swiped it a few too many times trying to get everything smooth, because I did have a little bit of it go out the edge. But you know what? You guys and me are the only ones that would actually notice it. So I think that is a super, super pretty little card. And it's really pastel-y because I didn't have a lot of ink on my brushes. So these sublimation towels are from Craft Express. And I had told you guys before that I was going to be working with them, and then I've gotten so busy I haven't gotten around to getting any of these things done. So just so you can see, that's about the size of my desk. This is nice. Anyway, this is what I'm planning on using. And let me see which side I want to go on. I'm going to go on this side and leave the tag underneath. And I'm thinking this would be kind of cute with it right about there. Maybe about there. So that's what my plan is anyway. And of course the colors are going to be more vibrant than what this is. Yeah, it's a nice size towel. We also have a second one, a second stencil set rather. How do I have this? Okay, I put it in a sleeve. Anyway, and a second one that says Noel, and I have no idea. I basically didn't know what I was doing when I was playing with these. I've never tried them. They were still in the packaging because I'm never caught up. But just looking at it, looks like this one's greenery and then we've got flowers. So it should be kind of the same kind of style, but this time having Noel. Let me see if I can line that up. Noel as that center part. And it's super easy to line up because you see what Spellbinders did? They basically did a little couple of cut things. I'm assuming that mine is a sample. I'm assuming that everybody's is going to be like this. And that is A2 size. So if you put your card right up to that little piece there, it's going to line up perfect every time. My stencils are not cut. They're basically not cut completely right. If you can notice, I've got one that's bigger than the other. So that's something I'm probably going to see about lining up and fixing later. But I thought this was really super cool. And it was so easy too. I mean, I'm not paying attention when I was doing this. Okay, so now looking at it, I can tell that it does look like I want. I don't like that I've got a shadow of my head over the thing, so I need to adjust the light real quick. Okay, that should be a little bit better. I want everything to be nice and bright, but I don't want my head to be a shadow also. So instead, the lighting's a little bit down and it's still going to be fine. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just do a couple of these on regular cardstock. And the reason I like doing it on cardstock when it comes to the artistry stuff, I find that everything blends easier. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the paints or just the ink. I'll probably just use the inks. I haven't practiced much with blending the colors on the paints yet, but that of course is on my to-do list. So, okay. I even have a chart, a color mixing chart, all laminated and everything so that I know how to mix all the colors, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I am so bad. Are you guys having any trouble getting any of your stuff done? Like you've got it on your list of things you want to play with and then you don't get around to doing it? Nobody else has that problem, do they? Okay, in case you're wondering, the reason I am not doing anything yet is like, okay, where did I put my cardstock? Because I just cleaned off part of my desk to make room for my heat press, for my little Cricut heat press. Got this on my desk now, but I moved stuff, and now where did I put my cardstock? Because I think my cardstock is in this other bin that I moved off of my desk. Because I had some cut panels. Here we go. That's exactly where they were. It doesn't do me any good if I've got my panels and I'm not using them. You guys do have that same problem. Awesome. Okay. So for now, this lovely towel has to get out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and do a couple of panels. Do you guys want me to do the Noel next or stick with just the Merry Christmas? Because I think I want to do a card of each and do the towel at least in one of these, and I should still have enough time because it doesn't take long to get the stenciling done. What do you guys think? Gloria Hafner says, I saw the first Hello Gloria and thought, wait, I didn't comment yet. So Elizabeth says, I need to make videos, but I'm tired. I don't want to go upstairs. I know it's hot up there. Yep, understand that. Okay, so Cordelia says to try the Noel and see which you like best. That sounds like a plan. So my cardstock is A2 size, and I'm gonna use purple tape this time. I think I really don't want anything sliding around. I did use the mat that comes in the Lisa Horton kit. But I think because the stencils, first off, the stencils are not ones that I can actually add that little, those little holes to unless I add an extension to it. And I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'll probably do that later. And the fact that my stencils, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of work for me to get everything done. And I think that my last stencil probably moved a little bit, which might be part of why I did that. I don't know. Okay, this first one is going to be a card. So here's my Noel stencils. One thing I did notice when I was working with the others is that they are all numbered. There's a little etched. You probably can't see it. That's not the one. Feels like it. I'm looking at the bottom of each of those. So in the corner on one of them, it's going to have a number. Okay, here we go. So right down here. Okay, you can probably see it just a tiny bit. There's a 1 there. So that's the first one that goes down. So we got number 1. And I'm just going to make sure I've got them all in the right order. This is number 2, number 3, and making sure that the number is in the same spot on all of them for that's 6. And that one is number 5. Okay. Although it doesn't really matter which order you do them in, right? Yeah, last night I used Post-it tape for this, and I think that because of it being the tape, Cubby Gloria, I heard her say hi, and I thought she already said hi. Why again? Did the video start over? I'm glad we were both here to confuse them. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up these top 2. Actually, all 4 basically line up. I'm going to line up those little etched pieces, those little cutouts that are for the top and the bottom of my stencil, right to the edges of my A2 size card. So these are sized perfect for A2. Okay, and this one I can tell by the shapes on here. I see a bunch of leaves, and to me, it doesn't really like. Can you guys see it okay, or do I need to adjust the lighting? Oh, Cubby, it should have said funny. I thought that was your nickname or something for her. It's like, okay, what is she doing? I'm also wanting to try out the, I love playing with these. These are just so fun. I mean, if you haven't played with the paper pouncers yet, they are super fun because you bounce them. It's like, it just makes me laugh. I know I am very easily amused. Okay, thank you so much, Maureen, and thank you, Brenda, for letting me know you guys can see everything good. Okay, I think I'm going to actually do a combination of companies. So I've got Later Gator, which is lighter, and then I've got, I know I've got it in here somewhere. I've got a darker green from Catherine Pooler. I think those will go good together, if I can remember where the heck I put it. Like, as I'm getting more of the inks, I'm having to put them in multiple drawers over here. So I've got a couple of greens, so let's go ahead and start with that. And I think I'm going to use this brush for the light green, where this is so that we can kind of see how it all is going to go. So I'm just adding a little bit of green on there and just going over it. I do have to say it's going down easier than it did last night, because last night I didn't have any extra ink that I was putting on. I think the only one I put a little extra on was some of the red, especially this dark red here. I did put that down with more than just what was left on my brush. Another thing that I think is kind of cool is that since they've got it cut, they've got that little etch thing right to the edge, that little cutout to show you where to line this up at. Even if you go over a little bit, it's okay, because you're going to trim the thing down, right? Or at least I am. Okay, I think that's probably enough of the green. And I'll just put that one to the side and grab the next one. Here's my next stencil. I'm going to put it down right over what I did the other one and line up those top cuts, the little registration marks. Except this looks like maybe I've got it upside down. Do I have it wrong side up? Yep, I had it wrong side up. There we go. But you can tell where they're supposed to go. It's like I'm looking, it's like, wait a minute, why am I covering up some of the green with some of the red? That didn't make any sense. Okay, so I'm going to use my red. And this time I'm going to use, I do like my Cranberry Fizz, but that one's kind of dark. So let's pull out one of my other Catherine Pooler reds. I don't think I've got a Simon red. Do I have a Simon red? Yes, I do have Bee Sting. Okay, so which one do you think I should go with first? Bee Sting or Cranberry Fizz? I think Cranberry Fizz is going to be kind of a darker. My name is Wolf and I have 2 cubs. Love you, Gloria. So what do you think? I should go with the Simon Hurley first or the Catherine Pooler? And I think I'm going to use, this time I'm going to use one of my paper pouncers instead of the brush. Yeah, Cranberry Fizz is really dark, so I think for this one I'm going to go with the Simon Hurley because it's probably going to be lighter. Oh, I've also ordered me another set of the paper pouncers because I want to use them with my Artistry inks. Because how easy is that? If this is all that you needed to do to put down your inks to be able to get them nice and dark for sublimation, I mean, how easy is that? Hey, Dee, how are you doing, honey? By the way, I have not welcomed you guys in properly yet. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Crystal, how are you doing, hon? Yeah, I'm going to have to put a sound effect to go along with that welcome. I like that. Okay, so that was all that it took. I'm loving the paper pouncers. And yes, I did order all of these things. I've been ordering too much stuff lately. It's like, yeah. It's kind of where you go for almost 2 years without buying anything, and then suddenly it's like, okay, I really need to get caught up on some of the stuff. Oh, but that is really pretty. I do like that, so I'll put that one over there. All it's going to take on these inks is just running it over some water. You know, running water over them, so I will run over and rinse them off in the sink when I get done. Okay, so next I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just lining it up. And for you guys that popped in early, each of these stencils from Spellbinders, this is one of their new layering stencil sets. I am really assuming you guys get them this way too. I'm going to have to look at it on the website. But yeah, we've got these little marks here to show us exactly where to line it up. And it lines up at the edge of your card. I mean, that's something that we all should have seen. We should... Words, not working. That's something that I should have thought of ages ago. Hint, hint, Elizabeth. I know you're doing stencils, so this would probably be a really good idea for some layered stencils. Okay, so those are still lined up, and you can see through it to see if it's in the right spot or not, and I shifted a little bit, so yeah. So it gets lined up about there, and I also want to make sure that it's about right on my little holly leaves there. So I'm shifting things around just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to go with Deck the Halls for this one. So I'm going in with a darker green now. Oh yeah, this is definitely a darker green. Yeah, I definitely have to. I can't wait to get those. Don't know how long it's going to take to come in. But yeah, I did just order in some more paper pouncers for my artistry, because you don't want to mix them. You don't want to mix your regular stuff with your artistry. And if I decide to get back into my oxides, like I haven't used in quite a while, I still have them, but I haven't used them in a while, I'll probably need to get another set just for those. Okay. Perfect. Oh, and these look so nice. The ones with the yeah, I love that. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting tickled again. Okay, so next, okay, this one has got little stars. So that's kind of like a little accent. So it doesn't really matter which direction you put them up, as long as you don't go over things, which means I had the wrong side up. And when it comes to doing them with the... When I get started on the one that I'm going to do for the sublimation, I just need to make sure that my sentiment is the right direction. The rest of it doesn't really matter either way. But this is going to be so pretty. And for those little stars, I think I'm going to go with some blue. And there's not enough blue left on there, so let me grab out. I think this time I'm going to use my Remember Me. Last night, I think I used a little bit of the Catherine Pooler suede shoes. Yep, it's going through there. These are so small, I can hardly tell if it's going through. I might need to bring out a smaller brush. Guess who needs to wash all of her brushes? Okay, yeah, this is actually going down a little bit bigger, a little bit darker, because I'm rubbing it down into those holes. The paper pouncer works great, but for this we need... See, that's the thing. All your tools, there's probably a reason that you have all of the different ones. Some of them do similar things, but sometimes you definitely need one of your other ones to do the things. Okay. So now all we have left is the words. So how pretty is that? Okay, so I've got my words here. So I've got one that is going to be the actual word, and the other one that's going to be the shadow. I'm going to do it backwards. They basically say, this is the next one. I don't want to do that one this time, because what I decided after doing this one is that I really would have liked to have the actual letters being the raised part, because yeah, I'm going to use some Simon Hurley lunar paste on that. So I'm going to put the shadow down first. And I think I'm going to try just using whatever's left over on my blue brush. Or do we want to go gold and red on this one, or blue and silver? What do you guys think? Because I could go either way. I've got both the silver and the gold for the lunar paste. So what do you think, guys? Okay, Cordelia's saying red and gold. Okay, so the gold that I used last night was the Slippery When Wet, but I've also got Gold Rush. I think I'm going to go with the Gold Rush. So I'll do the race part in gold and the background in red, so kind of the opposite of this. You think? I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's take the Cranberry Fizz. So we're going to do this dark red here. Oh, and that's something else. This piece also has got, also means, just looking at this, if we do it this way, well, I can do both. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this part in red, and then I'm going to do the accents of this one in red, and then go over the sentiment in gold. Sound like a plan? And the bad part about my red ink here is I like this color enough. I've loved it ever since I got it. So it's kind of not dark enough. It's kind of getting dry. I'm going to have to re-ink them, which means going through all my stuff and seeing what do I actually have for my re-inkers. There's some I have and there's some that I don't. I don't remember which is which at the moment. Okay, so there we go for the shadow. Okay. So even that looks pretty cool. Also, a die comes with this, so I could just cut out a die. But no, I'm not going to do that. I haven't even tried the dies yet. I'm going to try them out, but I'm not doing it right now at the moment. Because, yeah, this is just, I love the way this turned out. Okay. So we're lining that all up. Again, that makes those little marks at the top just make it so friggin' easy. And looks like I've got one of them, one of the little holes still had a piece of plastic in there, so let me get that off so it works. There we go, that looks better. I mean, I could go over these red pieces, you know, the word in gold and then the little bits around the outside in lunar paste too. What do you guys think of that? Should I use my bee sting? I've actually got two colors of red. Let's see, this one is, that's bee sting, and then this one is roar. Elizabeth, you are the Simon Hurley expert, honey. Which one should I go with? Because now I've decided, yeah, I'm going to do lunar paste for all of this. So we're going to do some gold for the word, and then I've got these two for all the bits, and I might actually do a couple of them in gold too, but I haven't decided. Elizabeth, hello? Crystal says bee sting. One vote for Beast. Do I need to put a poll up? Elizabeth's not answering me. Elizabeth, hello. She must have gone away. Oh, she's making dinner. Pick one. Do I want to use Roar or Bee Sting? Bee Sting is good. Okay, we'll do that. Sorry, I have to pick on you, hun. Okay, I just brought out some clean palette knives. Okay. And get me out a baby wipe. Because, yeah, I am going to make a mess, and I don't really want to make too much of a mess. So I'm going to start with the ones at the top. Because, and I bet I just spread it. I bet I just spread it underneath and didn't mean to. Looks like I'm going to have to get some more bee sting before long. What I should probably do is after I get these, no, I can't do that. I was thinking after I get these down, I should probably take it up and then put the gold down, you know, clean it all up. But I can't do that because if I do that, I'm going to, unless I let everything dry, I'm not going to do that. This is probably going to be a mess. Comments allowed. So True says, I hit the fun number with my Fortnite Battle Pass level. I'm about to message Jackson. You have to Discord message me about that. I don't know what the fun number is. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I'm like, I don't think I'm there yet. I will be there. I think I stopped playing on Friday. I think I stopped in time to only be like to 65, 66, something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to try to be gentle. I bet I'm going to spread some of this underneath. This is what happens when you try to be very particular and not just spread over the whole thing. But I'm trying to be gentle. And now we've got some red mixed in. That'll be fun. Who knows what this is going to look like. Elizabeth's wanting to know how Crystal is liking the solar paste. I've used it some too. I haven't used it a lot yet. I've only been using it on black, but oh my God, it is gorgeous on black. I do need to start using it over color though, because I've seen some amazing things folks have done with it. I'm trying not to go under, trying not to push enough to make this go under the stencil, because that's what I did on the other one. And don't really want that to happen. Okay, so this is going to be a little textured because one thing I did last night is I went back and I scraped and I scraped and I scraped. So I'm going to try not to do that this time because I don't want it to go under. Okay, you guys ready to see what this turned out like? And see if I really screwed it up or not? Oh, I think that turned out good. There's one bit over on this side that looks like I didn't get quite enough red on, but I think this looks gorgeous. And I am going to run away and rinse off all of these because otherwise I can't do the other thing. Waiting patiently. Okay, I am going to be right back. And I think I'm going to leave this up for you guys to look at. Okay. So I think that is going to be so pretty. And that little bit of texture, because it's kind of raised in some areas. Yeah. So that's going to sit off to the side to dry. And next we're going to start working on a towel. Okay. We can just watch the lunar base dry. I love you guys. Okay, so you can tell this is with the excess, just the extra ink that was already on my brushes. So all the foliage and everything turned out really, really light and pastel-y and pretty. And then this is a little bit more bold. So now I need you guys to answer a question for me. Which one am I going to put on the towel? Are we going with Merry Christmas or with Noel? Crystal says, hi, T. You guess we have to sing? Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to turn on some music just because you said that. Where's my music? Crystal loves them both. Hello, Miss Dawn. I mean, how quick and easy is this going to be for making lots of... I saw those hearts pop up on the screen. Awesome! This is not Deck the Halls. This is actually a different one from Kevin MacLeod. And it's like, I don't know, like an hour long or something. It's a really long one, so it changes and stuff. So it's great for background music. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it's probably too loud. But I know everybody got so tired of Deck the Halls last year. So anyhow, so you guys love them both, I think. Okay, I'm going to go with Noel since I've already got it out. And I did go through the trouble of cleaning all of the stencils to be able to do this. Okay. But I do have to say, I think I like it better with the word being the raised part. Jean says, T, I have no idea. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Y'all are probably talking about something that'll get me in trouble, but you know. Okay, so moving that out of the way. And these are all mixed up now, so I need to put them back in order. Hey, Dawn, you need to say hi to True also. True Believer is here from over on Twitch. Okay, so this is number dos. This is number 2. And this one, I think this one's number 1. I'm going to line everything up again. 1 and 2. And they're still a little damp. These are the last 2. I think this one was number 3. Howdy, howdy! And that one's number... 1, 2, 3. I cannot figure out what I'm doing. 4 and then 5 and 6. This one should be number 5. And then this one is number 6. Looking for my numbers. There we go. Okay. So the number is actually basically just a little embossed number right down here in the corner. Try to get it in the light so you can see it. See, there it is. So there's number 1. So all of them have that little pin thing right there. You fixed it. Good job, True. I know Twitch and YouTube work a little bit differently. Okay, I'm going to use a piece of cardstock again, just like I did on the other. Because again, I like the way that they blend. Go ahead and tape them down. Let me tape them down straight because I'm OCD. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and put my first panel down. And I think I'm going to try doing it the opposite way. So here is, that's upside down. This is right side up. And then go this way. Because I don't think it matters which way is up on the foliage, but I'm gonna put it down like this just in case. And my tape is wanting to be all sticky. Just part of its job. Maureen says, Jean, have you heard the sound a cat makes when you step on their tail? That is more musical than I can sing. I don't believe you, Maureen. Okay, so now we're going to be playing with the stamp pads from Artistry. Got all my inks and stuff out here. I don't have anything out here where I want it. So here is a green, and this one's blue. Since we've already tested it with the other inks, I'm going to use the same colors, I think. A couple of them I'm probably going to have to do a little bit differently because layering blue on blue doesn't necessarily make it a darker. Sometimes, but not really. I may just use markers to go over for the last of them. Or could use an orange with the red, do the orange over the red, and that'll probably make it a different color. So that I think will be good. And I could go brown over the green, and that would make it a little darker there. Actually, I could do the flowers in pink. And do we want to do pink and red or just red and red? What do you guys think? Can also use my markers, but I really haven't set them up to prep. They all actually work better if you have them standing on end for a while before you get started. So I could go, I think that would look okay. I could go pink and then the red for the top ones. It would be a bright pink though. Or should I go orange and red? Pink and red. Maureen says it, so we're going to do it. Okay. The hardest part for me when it comes to doing all the things Artistry and all the things sublimation is the fact that the colors do not look the way that they're going to when you're putting it down. When you're putting it down, that looks nothing like what they're going to look like when you get done. So I do have a set of brushes that are just for my Artistry inks. So there's my green. And then I've got a blue. Is that my right blue? No, that's the wrong blue. That's the blue that goes in the other thing. Here's my blue. So I've got red, I've got green and blue, and red, and pink. And I decided I was going to go a little bit with brown, so here's my brown. Okay, so that's all the ones that we're going to need. Starting off with the green. And I like doing the blending on cardstock instead of copy paper. You don't really have to, but I like doing it with copy paper, with cardstock instead of copy paper because the inks seem to absorb better into them. And even then, it still looks a little blotchy when I start off. And Elizabeth is absolutely right. Artistry is now at Hobby Lobby. And Ashley is super excited about that. And I checked my store a couple months back. I think it's been that long, but I checked a couple months back and they had everything except they did not have the paint yet. I have not gone back to check, but Elizabeth told me that her store has the paints too. And you guys know I have the paints and I have not really used them. I need to do that. Which also means I need to practice watercoloring in general, because lately I'm starting to get back into it. I mean, Tim Holtz watercolor pencils made it super, super easy, and so I am starting to get back into that. But, you know what? I need to do it with actual paints. Okay, so I've got lots of green ink down. And I'm going to wipe these down as soon as I take them up, because you know what? Otherwise, I am going to be getting them on my clothes, and I don't really want to do that. Dawn says, yes, let's watercolor together sometime. Absolutely. My problem is I have to make the time to do it, but if I've got some goals, and I have a feeling I'm actually going to reach them this time, which is going to be super awesome. I'm excited because I've got some, like I said, I've got goals. I plan on smashing them goals in the next month or so. So hopefully I will be ahead, working ahead. Look how pretty that is. But hopefully I will be working ahead enough that it's going to make it so I have more time to do some of the other stuff. Because you know what? Christmas is coming fast. And I know you guys love your Christmas crafting. And I also know that you guys like seeing us figure out what the heck we're going to make when we're playing with all the Halloween stuff. Because Halloween is coming too. Okay, so here's the next one. Putting it down. I'm going to go ahead and put my tape on here so I can position it easier. And it looks like I have it the wrong way. It goes this way. Okay. That's what I get for turning things around, right? I just wanted to make sure that I have the words in the right place. So putting these guys down is a good idea too. Okay, so we were going to go with pink next. You're going to get wrecked. Go, True. Are you going to... Hey, if you're on Discord, why don't you stream on Discord and maybe later I can say hi and see what you're doing. Because, yeah, I've done that a couple of times playing. I play by myself on Discord, but, you know. I have a feeling this week I'm really not going to... I don't know that I'm going to have any time to play this week because I got too much stuff I got to get done. Of course, that also means that I'm going to get myself stressed out because I'm trying to get all the things done. And then when that happens, yeah, I'm going to need to shoot things. So maybe I'll catch you and play later in the week. But yeah, I hope you have a bunch of good games. And I hope you crush those children. Okay, so the pink's down. Doesn't look like pink, it looks like purple. But it is pink. Okay, so we've got those. And again, I'm going to wipe this down to get that artistry ink off of it. Because otherwise I am going to smear it on me somewhere, and I know it. I'm also being careful not to touch anywhere on my card panel because there's always a chance that I'm going to have some of that ink on my hands. I know me. Okay. Okay, so this is the way this one goes. Let's go ahead and put this one down. And I am double checking all of the leaves. That's the only part that I think really should be lined up about right. The rest of it doesn't really matter all that much, as long as it's close enough. And I'm going over this one in brown. Now, I used brown in my first one, the one that I did last night. So I did green and then I did a little bit of brown, and that made for some interesting leaves. And that's kind of, excuse me, kind of a natural look anyway. And I think this is the first time I've used my brown ink. Oh God, that is very juicy. I'm trying to pick it up from where I put it down on here so I can put it in the other stencil areas instead of wasting it, you know? No point in wasting it. I'm interested to see what Elizabeth does when it comes to the waste artistry inks and artistry paints. That would be interesting to see how she manages that one. What are you laughing about, Dee? Is it because I did something screwy? These stencils are brand new from Spellbinders. And let me get the title of those real quick, because I did not put that in the chat, because of course I thought about this last minute while I was working on the other stuff. Spellbinders. Okay. And I'm just going to pull up the page for the collection for you guys and put that in the chat. I'll give you my affiliate link for that. So the Layered Christmas Stencils collection, there's a Noel, there's a Merry Christmas, there's a Joy, and okay, I'm wondering why I'm seeing 2 of everything. I don't know. Oh, there's each of them as a stencil, and then there's a stencil and die. And I've got the stencil and die, which is kind of cool. Let me get you the link real quick. I'm going to put the name first. Copy. Paste. Well, I don't want it to be all caps. Let me copy the other one. And then the affiliate link. Okay, so if that's anything that you guys are interested in, I'm just thinking these are super quick and easy to make cards and stuff with. Wipe off that tape, because tape's now got brown ink on it. I did go a little bit overboard in one area. That's going to be okay. It's just going to be darker in that area. And I am going to wait for this to dry before I put anything else down. I don't know if I can pull this up. Because I can always start over, you know? But I don't really want to. So, quick blot. Okay, I think that'll still be okay. That one area is going to be a little bit messy, but it is what it is. It's handmade, not Hallmark. Or maybe it's handmade, not Target. You know, because this is going to be a towel. It's not Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, that I put down, there was so much ink on that one and I didn't know it because I hadn't used that ink pad before that it went underneath. It went underneath. It's not supposed to do that. Okay, so there's 3 down. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat press. I'm also going to have to check the Craft Express or there might be something on the packaging on this one. I don't know. Because I'm going to need to find out, you know, how hot I need to get this and for how long. Okay, so we're going to put this next one down. And I just don't want the little stars and stuff to be overlapping anything. Okay, so now they're all... Hello, Miss Janine. Welcome, welcome, honey. So happy you're able to come in, hon. It's Bed Bath and Debbie. Oh my God. Okay. And I think that's going to be good enough. So next we're going to put some of the blue down. Okay, I need to wipe some of this off because I'm afraid it's going to be too much. I have to be more careful. There we go. So yeah, after our live is all done and everything, I will be adding links to the Craft Express and the artistry stuff, so you guys will know where to get the blanks in case this is an idea you want to do for your Christmas giving this year. Because the more I think about it, more I'm thinking, I wasn't going to do that. I was not going to just give it to my mother-in-law, but I think I am, because this is going to be so pretty. Okay, these are not getting quite as dark. I'm being very gentle and very careful because I don't want too much ink going down. Okay, here we go. That looks good. And again, if you're using anything like this, I know there are a couple of you guys that I had given artistry inks to. If you're doing anything like this, you do need to have a separate set of brushes in order to do this, because otherwise you're going to commingle everything and it's not going to look good. You do not want to commingle those colors. The artistry inks are specifically for sublimation. You don't want to mix them with your other inks. Okay, so next we've got our Noel. It's got the little bits of red elsewhere. So this one. Okay, first off, I was about to put it down this way. That is wrong. It needs to go this way. It has to go backwards. If you do not mirror it, it's not going to look right when you press it. Oh, thank you so much, Janine. Just wait till you see the other ones. I've already done a card. Okay, I got to pull it out. It's not dry yet, but this is the design we're doing. And for this other piece, what we're going to do is we're going to put it on a towel. So I'm making a card and a matching gift, or a gift and a matching towel. Okay, so, and one thing with these new stencils I think is really cool, because I know a couple folks popped in that haven't heard this yet. We've got a die cut little registration mark at the top and the bottom, so it fits right around an A2 size card, so you can line it up pretty much perfect. And I am mirroring this because we are putting this on the towel, so if you don't want it, if you want the words to go the right way, you kind of need to make sure they're going in the right direction. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the red. So hello, Miss Linda. Welcome, welcome. Where's my welcome? I need my welcome. There's my welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. I definitely have to add. I need to play with this stuff some more, but I'm probably not going to have time this week. But anywho, that welcome definitely needs some applause to go with it. So for this one, I think I'm going to do. Okay, I need you guys' opinion again, because I've got red, but I don't have gold paint or gold ink. So if we do the word in red, I could leave it as that, but I kind of need something to go as a, maybe I'll go with pink as the, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with pink for the shadow and just go with red for these accents and the word. I think that'll work out good. Had to talk myself through that, right? Does anybody else do that? In order to actually get your thought out, you kind of have to say it out loud. D says yes. How's your kitty, D? Is your kitty sitting in your lap? Okay, I noticed that some of the stencil that I hadn't put down, I hadn't colored yet, was moving around a little bit. So that's why I'm holding it with my thumb, because this piece here is a little bit loose and I don't want it to move around while I'm putting color down, because then it's going to look really bad, right? Yes, she is. So Dee has a cute little kitty that sits in her lap whenever she's crafting. For any of you guys that didn't already know that, I'm sharing her secret. That's what makes all of her designs super, super awesome. It's the kitty cat's This is going to work so well with the pouncers. Oh my God. I'm thinking I just ordered them, so I'm hoping they're going to be here in the next week. But yeah, I'm glad now that I got the pouncers, because I'm kind of trying to do it with the brush, and it's working. But it makes it so that you don't go underneath stuff. She makes them pretty. Okay. So we're done with the red. And then next I'm going to come in again with some pink. Let's see how I did and see if I got any underneath. Hopefully not. Oh, that's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, I did get a little bit underneath. Gummit. Okay, I know me. I am going to have to try to make a mask for that bit, because it is going to bother me that there is that little bit of pink there. Because that pink is going to transfer to our project, and that is not going to be good. So that makes me also know on this one, make sure I do this part kind of first. And I'm thinking it would probably be a good idea on a sublimation project to do the words that are the most important part. Do it before you do the rest, because otherwise, you know, all the things are going to be messed up. Okay. I'm going to try this first and see how that does. I'm going to do some pink. Yeah, this one. It's still not going to cover up, but it's going to cover up part of it. It might work. I don't know. We'll see. So Janine is way behind something. Oh, the lag. Yeah. It doesn't matter which platform you're on, there is always a lag, and I wish I could get rid of it, but I can't. I try. Okay, this is going to take care of some of that little bit because I'm going to be putting pink over it, but we're going to have to just see how that does. I don't know. Okay, so here's my pink, and I've got my pink brush, and I need to put my red brush away. I'm going to start in that center area where those letters are, and try to make it so it doesn't move around quite so much. I don't like putting my fingers this close to the ink is part of the problem. Because I know me, I will get ink on my fingers. And if I get ink on my fingers, I will get ink on my project where I don't want it, and that makes me angry. Grr. Oh, here's something that's funny, Janine. While I'm live with you guys, I have my YouTube studio and the live studio up, and I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's at least like 15 minutes behind me. I have no idea why, but it's always behind what I'm actually doing. I mean, I've looked up and thought, oh my God, what is going on? My screen's all messed up. It's like, no, I was thinking I was frozen because, I was thinking something was wrong just because I had to fast forward myself in order to get to where I was supposed to be. I really hope this turns out nice. I really do. Okay, I'm hoping that red doesn't show up where I don't want it. I'm pouty already. I mean, I can do another one. It's just card, but still. Okay, let's take a look. I think that is going to probably be close enough. I'm going to have to make a little bit of a mask. Let's get that ink off of there. Okay, so for my mask, let me get out my tape. So this will actually work as a mask. If you get ink somewhere you don't want it, you can use this stuff to mask it off. And it works well enough that Ashley makes, yeah, do I have it here? Yes. Ashley came up with something else, which is a heat resistant transfer mask, because people were basically doing it from the tape. So this is basically just a big sheet of the tape. So you can make your own masks for whatever you're needing to. So like what we do with card making. I know, I correlate everything to card making. Okay. And let's see, how much do I need? Trimming it off at that end. Because I basically just want to cover up that little bit of red right there. But I want to keep the angle about right. Okay, that looks good. And again, just measuring. So I can cut off a bit here. Because I don't want it to cover up something that I need, right? Okay, I know, I am just so friggin' picky. Okay, and then cut off about that, I think will be it. That should cover up all of that red that wound up going underneath the stencil. Okay, so Janine says, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. It is very cool, though. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. What I'm doing is, okay, what me and Bethany do are two completely different things. Bethany has a sublimation printer that costs, I think the cheapest way you can go is around like $500. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it. And you can get a lot of really nice designs, but those are where you print out the design. So they're digitals. And you can do tons of stuff with digis, and that's really cool too. But I'm wanting to do more hands-on crafting kind of thing, like what we do with our cards. Like I would rather do all the die cutting than print out a picture. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I'm afraid to touch my towel. Let's see, I don't think I didn't take the rest of them out. I am putting a glove on. This is a heat glove. I'm taking that out so that I can pick up this package to see what it says. So it says has instructions on here. It says 374 degrees for 60 seconds. So I need to increase the heat on my heat press. Come on. 374. It won't go to 374. I've got it set at 375. Okay. And then the time is going to go to 60 seconds. So I need to reduce that. So as soon as it's finished heating up, we can put this on our towel. 60 seconds. Yeah, it takes a lot longer to get the design ready than it actually does to do the pressing. Okay, so now I can take the glove off. I can take this off. I don't think I got any of the ink on those, so that's good. Okay. And yes, I am taking everything off of my desk, and I'm going to wipe it down one more time just to make sure I don't have any ink where I don't want it. Because if I do, I might wind up getting some of it on the towel. I don't want to do that. And then we need this, and then I need my hot pad. Just a second, let me go grab that. So I've got two different ones. This is the standard size that I've been using for a while. This one I haven't really used yet, but I think I'm going to use it because it's bigger. And although the design's not bigger, the towel is. So we're going to want to put down some protective paper. That's going to go underneath our towel. And then I can put my towel down. Try to kind of center it so I can try to make sure I do center my design. And with this one, it has the grid. The grid is going to be nice so that we can put everything down right where we want it. And of course, I lost. Did you guys see where it went? I lost my card that I just did all the prettiness on. Oh, goodness. There we go. I was about to blame it on Elizabeth. Okay, so normally I would tape it down, but I don't think I'm going to this time. I'm going to. I was thinking I wasn't going to because I didn't know if this would really stick to the towel, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay. So grabbing, put it on one side and then put it on the other side. And try not to cover up any of my design. Because it should still heat through, but I'm not going to take a chance. I think that if this is blocking even on the back, it may still cause it to not work. So there's my design. And if I'm looking through and I can see where it says Noel. And I'm going to go right about here. I'm debating. I'm going to go right here. Okay. That's it. Okay. And now I'm going to take another piece of protective paper and put it on top. You always want to make sure that you have a sandwich. So you want one on the top and one underneath. Let me get all of these things out of the way. Because I've only got so much room on my desk. And I should have put these away first, but I was too tickled to get started on this thing, you know? Okay, so my heat press is ready to go. All I have to do is just bring this over. Press it down. And we're going to hit the button. And just wait. So somebody sing us a song. Yeah, not much different than HTV. Absolutely. I also bought, I don't remember who I got it from, but I bought some of the HTV vinyl for sublimation to try out. And I've got plenty of vinyl. I don't have a ton, but I've bought it over the last several years and I never do use it. So that's something else I need to do. Okay, so we got less than 30 seconds left. This is going to be so pretty. I mean, you guys know I love everything that I make with sublimation. I absolutely love it. There's been a few designs, like when I first did my first couple of them, that I don't like as much because it's just like with cards. They don't turn out as well when you do it the first time, usually. Okay, so here we go. I have to do a sneak peek. Oh, okay. I think it turned out well. It is a little warm, but there we go. And I think the pink and the red worked out wonderfully. And of course, it matches our card. I do still have to finish up the card, but we are getting close to, oh, there's a little brown mark right there. Apparently there was a little piece of brown right on here that I didn't catch. I didn't see it. I don't think anybody's going to notice, but I know it's there, so that kind of sucks. Anywho, I love how this turned out, and we've got a card to match. I'm probably going to use Simon Hurley Lunar Paste around the edge. You know, trim this down when it's done, and then do some gold as the matting. I think that would be so. We don't sew sequins onto dish towels. Not if you want them to be used. And this is usable. That's the thing. This is usable. It's not going to wash out. It's going to be perfectly fine, just like that. It's going to stay like that. But this is really pretty. So we have our completed dish towel, and you could of course make a bigger design. I could do some more stenciling of some more of the foliage and go further out, but I think I'm going to leave it simple like this, because I figure the way that it's going to get on the, if you have it hanging like I tend to on my stove, it's going to be hung. Let's see if I can get this folded right. Basically gonna be like that, right? But yeah. So you guys happy with it? I think this turned out cute. Jean says, very cool, but I'm with Janine. I'm not going down this rabbit hole. Well, you know what? I do still have some ink pads I need to kind of get rid of. Does anybody want to try to win one tonight? I haven't done a lot with those, mostly because shipping costs, but yeah. I have a few sets left. T says yes. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that this time, and I think I'm also going to do a card, one of the cards to go along with it, because it's so quick and easy to make these. True says it looks pretty. Yes, I love how this turned out. And watch, it's going to be True that wins, right? He's going to be the one that wins it. I think I want to keep this to US only though, and I don't know if you're in the US. And the reason I'm saying US is because it's going to cost more to ship the inks. However, if somebody outside the United States wins, I will still send you a card, because that I can send and it doesn't really cost me a ton extra. If I still sold my stuff, I'd absolutely buy the inks, but I should never say never. Okay, so we are going to do a giveaway for that. And I think what I'm going to also do is sometime in the next few weeks, we will do another live doing sublimation with Artistry, and whoever wins gets to be on the live with me and try them out. Let me pull up the giveaway tool. Okay, so if you are lurking in the chat, Beast, yes, it's Stefan Stamps. Actually, let me show you something I have in my stash real quick. So far, I've done stamps, I've done rubber stamps, I've done clear stamps. The thing I have, I carry around a keychain with me that's not, yes it is. One of the first things that I did with this was I made keychain. This was like 3 years ago. This is the keychain that I made. This is a Trinity Stamps crafty heart stamp. And I kind of wrecked the Caution Woman crafting thing, because I had to stamp on the back and then write it on there, and I didn't do very well with that. But it's still on my keychain. I still use it, and I show it to people all the time. So yes, you can definitely use stamps with that. You can you could make your own paper. You can cut out designs using your Cricut or Silhouette or Scan and Cut. I've got a few different videos. I was doing 2 a month for 6 months for Artistry. I have not done any, I haven't really done a lot of these recently, but I'm sorry, I keep on looking at this instead of doing the other things. I am so sorry. Here's the thing. If you haven't already said something in the chat and you are lurking today, and we love our lurkers, but if you're lurking today, go ahead and say something in the chat in order to get into the giveaway, because the giveaway tool pulls the names from the people who've said something in the chat. Yeah, I like this. This is pretty. I think Mary Ellen will like that. I can't be enabled for something else. Sure you can. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And let me switch the screen, assuming it goes to the right one, which it probably won't, because I've had too many things up today. Screen share. Oh, it went to the right one. Yay. So I'm going to go ahead and collect comments. And we have got 12 people. So 12 out of 18 people. Okay. So there's a few of you. There's 6 people watching that are not in the thing. I'm going to go back and see if it'll let me pull it again. It's still at 12. We're going to go ahead and draw. So let's see who wins. Miss Janine! Janine, you are going to get the inks, honey. Awesome! Congratulations! I am so excited. Yay! I'm going back and forth between things. There we go. Here we go. This is where... Come on. Hit the button. Okay, that's where I want it to be. Awesome. Yay! Janine says good luck and she got it. Yay! Okay, Janine, be sure to send me your send me an email with your address. I'm sure I've got it somewhere, but in case anything has changed, go ahead and send me send me your email. Send me your mailing address to Debbie J at DebbieJ'sCraftingCorner.com. I cannot speak. Yeah. Anyway, but you're going to get a set of the inks. Actually, it is the black ink and then the markers. So it's not everything that I have here because I've had those since then, but the markers and the marker packaging looks different now than what it did when I got those markers. But this is what the markers are easy. Markers are easy. It's just like everything else. You will have to practice with them because, of course, you're going to want to get them nice and dark and those kind of things. And they do not blend like alcohol markers do. But you're going to get a set of the... And not in this kind of packaging. This is just something I put them in. But you will be getting a black ink pad and you will be getting a set of the markers. And then we will play with those coming up. So you can do stamps. You can do... What I have done a few times is I stamped out an image and then I colored them. And then I've done, I've used some cling stamps, like I've done stenciling. Well, and we did that again here, but it's a lot of fun. And you just, the number one rule is don't get the ink on your fingers and touch it anywhere. And that's what I feel like happened here. It's like when I was cleaning that brown off with the paper towel, I got a little smudge of the brown right there and it transferred. So anything that's on your card is going to transfer, but it doesn't wash off. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. I'm assuming that Dawn is going live, so I'm going to go ahead and see about setting up the redirection to her. And let's see if she is going live because I'm assuming that she is. Yes, roll out some art. So she is going live. So we're going to go ahead and raid off to her. It is a couple minutes early, so she's probably still in the chat. So bye, Dawn. So we will be heading over to her as soon as I hit the end. If you haven't done it before, YouTube has got a feature that's been 6 months or so, but thanks, Debbie. Yes, they've got a feature where when you end your stream, you can redirect everyone that's in your chat to someone else's stream as long as they've given you permission to do so. And you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, all those kind of things. There's some different rules, but it is really cool because all I have to do is hit the end stream button and it's going to take you directly over into her stream. So be sure to click on that. It should, if you have it on autoplay, it'll automatically put you in there. If not, it usually brings up a thumbnail on your screen to say click here if you want to go. So when you go over there, be sure to type in the chat DJCC raid and give her lots and lots of love because Dawn is super awesome and we all love her and she would really love your support. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, be sure to do that. For that matter, if you haven't subscribed to mine, click that button down below. Yes. And if you're not a member on my channel, go ahead and do that too. I am trying to do a better job of giving you guys previews and all that sort of thing on the channel. It's just getting everything scheduled. And if I have all my goals done, smashing goals this month, if I get them all done by the end of the month, then it should be a lot easier for me to get that done. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.